Welcome back to Listen, I Have an Idea. My name is Heidi, and today is the 11th day of NaNoWriMo 2024. It is currently after 10:30 p.m. and I have finished all of my words for the day. I did 2 sessions of voice-to-text dictation today, one on my commute home where I got about 1,200 words, and then I just finished it up like less than 10 minutes ago where I got the last 1,100, bringing us to 2,300 words for the day. I'm always pleased when I get any writing done, especially when we beat that 1667 daily par, and the fact that we were able to go over 2,000 today is a win in my book. Due to the fact that it was dictation style today, I didn't get any footage of me writing just because I talk into my phone, which is conveniently what I used to film. So instead, I'm going to share some stories from my day, whether you like it or not. You can always fast forward to the end if you just want to see me adding my words to my scripted document and to the NaNoWriMo website. Today was a beautiful day to stay inside. Unfortunately, the sun was shining. It was lovely. I got caught in traffic on my way to work because today is November 11th, which is Remembrance Day. I did take a couple clips, so let's play them now. Look at that. It's like for the memorial that's taking place over there. Look at all of them in their uniforms. So cute. Luckily, I wasn't late. I got where I needed to go on time. All right, next, I was planning on sitting down and filming this little intro and chatting with you guys earlier on in the evening before I did my second writing sprint. So unfortunately, my coffee is now empty for the most part, and I'm left with one of the last Starbucks mugs that I have to share with you guys. This one's my Washington, D.C. mug. I got it 2019, I want to say. It's one of the first ones that got me into collecting the very unique Starbucks mugs. The last story that I have to share with you is actually going to be an upcoming project that I'm working on. I'm trying to pawn it off on my little brother to see if he'll do it for me. I teased it a couple days ago, and that is, I got this knockoff Lego set that is called Have an Idea. It is a coffee shop, and I just thought it was perfect. I saw it at the Asian grocery store weeks ago. Before I even convinced myself to do NaNoWriMo this year, it was like $9, and I thought, I need to buy this because this will be so cute to display on the shelf. I mean, it's called Have an Idea. All I have to do is on the little coffee shop store there, just remove coffee and brunch and write in listen I and then have an idea. You may hate me for this admission, but I'm not a big fan of building Lego sets. I know, I'm sorry. That's why I'm trying to pawn the job off on my brother. I think it'll only take maybe an hour or two to build it, but an hour or two building Lego does not sound like a fun time for me. I would much rather be writing or doing literally anything else. I'd rather be out in my garden pulling the dead plants out at this point. If I cannot convince him to do it, I will end up building it later, and then maybe we'll just have to do some kind of time lapse of it. Let's talk about the words that I wrote today. As I mentioned earlier, I wrote in 2 sessions, one on my commute home from work, which was great. I got about 1,200 words done there. Then earlier, I finished it up with another 1,100 words. All the words today were part of my project called Stardust. This one's set in New York City. I've talked about it before. I've been writing it and doing the dictation pretty solidly this month. I would say at least a third of my words have come from this particular project. As I started writing this chapter, I realized I may want to write it split perspective. So I wrote part of it in one character's perspective, the other in the others, just because I don't know where in the book this is going to fall. I'm writing out of order currently, so I have no idea which character is going to be the lucky one to get this chapter. So I kind of wrote it double, but I changed it up the second time around. I'm liking the way that it's turning out. As I mentioned, the story is set in New York, and I lost quite a bit of chunk of time today scrolling through Google Maps, finding a whole bunch of different locations, places that I've been, areas and neighborhoods that I wanted to explore a little bit more, where I want these characters to feel as if they could confidently get from point A to point B in the amount of time that I say, and it would actually be like the proper amount. Because nothing drives me nuts more than when I'm reading a book and they say, oh, we have 5 minutes until this, oh, 10 minutes until this. They have 3 lines of dialogue and that 5 or 10 minutes have passed. Like that's not realistic. You may not care, but the neighborhood in particular that I was Googling is between 46th Street near Grand Central Terminal all the way up until the base of Central Park. So it's quite a big area. It's not an area that I've spent a lot of time in. I have actually stayed in that neighborhood, but I didn't really go north of 48th Street in terms of walking. So I just need to make sure that this area is walkable, that the main character can get from wherever he's staying to the subway at a decent amount of time. And then also to get from the subway to where he's going also in a decent amount of time. That's enough of the chit chat. Let's get into adding these words to my scripted document and to the NaNoWriMo website. It is currently 10:27 p.m. and I'm done my writing for the day. As you can see, we got 2302 words done today. So a little bit under where I would have liked to have seen maybe at 2500, but that's okay. We got words on the page. All right, as you can see, I added Stardust Chapter 4 over here, and we are just going to paste in the words. As you can see, I know it's blurred, but you can kind of see the pop of color. Right over here, we have the devil emoji. When I speak into my phone, I'll sometimes say, like that one I just said, evil emoji or wicked emoji or something like that. Over here on this side, we have a winking face emoji. As you can see, somehow Google messed up those words, and we are currently sitting 3 words shy of that goal. So I'm just going to go back up to the top and then add them in. I didn't actually have to add any words, surprisingly. I went back through the document and realized there was a bunch of misspelled words that actually just needed a space in between them, separated them, and then got my 3 extra words. So now we for sure match the number on the Google document. This is the first day where I've been able to see what the cover looks like on here. That is so cute. I'm sure this has been there for all of the other projects, but this is the first time we're seeing it for Project ASAP, and I love it. I love the color. Definitely not a fan of how the word project turned out, not gonna lie, but you know what? It's there, it's fine, and we're good with it. There we go, 2,300 words today. As per usual, this is a nice steady line of increase that we're seeing. We are getting so close to the very top. It's also been a while since we've updated the Google Sheets. Let's do that right now. And there we go. As you can see, we are now 65% complete. Oh, that is amazing. And currently we have 17,184 words left. I'm actually really happy with this chart. I am so glad that I did this because I really like seeing that percentage, both that and then the words left to complete. You guys had some really great feedback on yesterday's video when I asked you what kind of rest days you were going to be doing this month, whether you were going to take a rest day or a slower day, and I really like the variety of answers. The main thing is, I think a lot of you realize how much pressure you should not be putting on yourself, especially when it's not necessary. It's a huge added stress to try to force yourself to work to be productive. For some people, it does work, but at the same time, your mental health comes first, and that is what we have to worry about first and foremost before writing a NaNoWriMo. Yes, the daily word badges are fantastic to get on the website. Yes, it feels like you've earned and accomplished something, but you know what? If you do finish NaNoWriMo at that 50,000 words in the month of November, you still get all the winners perks from the NaNoWriMo website. You'll get the discounts for certain programs, for certain websites. You'll get the winner's badge, the little PDF that you can print out. It doesn't matter if you get the daily word badge or not. So long as you're participating, that's all the NaNoWriMo website cares about. In years previous, I've really focused on getting those badges, but at the same time, I know that this year it's not feasible for me. I know I'm not going to be able to get that daily power badge or writing 30 days consecutively in November this year. So I'm just, honestly, I'm kind of giving up on it. I guess that brings us into today's question is, are you trying to achieve all of the badges on the NaNoWriMo website? I know a lot of you are not partaking in the NaNoWriMo challenge this year, and you're doing either other challenges or just writing in general. So I guess for you guys, my question is, are you rewarding yourself with any type of badge or prize by the end of the month once you reach the goal that you have intended? Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow with another writing vlog, but until then, happy writing. Bye.